Hello and welcome to a Times special presentation for Thirukkural with the Times, where we explore real-world lessons from the classic Tamil text Thirukkural with motivational speaker, author and diversity champion Bharathi Baskar as she explores the masterpiece. Giving is most dignified when only two people know it, the giver and the receiver. True generosity has no audience. Also, delay is the enemy of generosity. Thiruvalluvar captured these truths millennia ago with a tinge of sarcasm aimed at the hoarders.
At an award ceremony glittering with stars, YouTubers and comedians, I saw a young woman who seemed out of place, quiet, shy, almost withdrawn from the spotlight. When her name was announced, the hall fell silent. She was Selva Brinda of Trichy, a young mother who donated more than 300 liters of breast milk over the last 22 months to premature and malnourished infants, especially in government hospitals. For those fragile children, her milk was not merely nutrition, it was medicine, it was immunity, it was survival itself. Her act of silent generosity recalled a verse from the Thirukkural that often lingers in my mind. Eaththuvakkum Inbam Ariyaarkol, Thaamudaimai Vaiththizhakkum Vanka. Do the hard-hearted who hoard their wealth only to lose it someday not know the joy of giving? Thiruvalluvar does not preach here. He questions almost with disbelief why anyone would cling to what they would eventually slip away. His tone is laced with sarcasm. Have they never tasted the rapture of giving? I was fortunate to learn the art of giving not from books but from the gentle wisdom of my grandmother. She never went to school but taught us something no school could teach. When beggars came to our door, she would hand us small coins or paisas and we would run joyfully to place them in the hands of those waiting people. When some poor asked for rice instead, she would come herself even though walking was difficult for her. I once asked her why. She smiled and said, "My palms are much bigger than yours. They can hold more rice." From this wonderful woman, I learned 3 lessons that shaped my understanding of giving. The first lesson is that giving should be silent. True generosity has no audience. My grandmother gave because she wanted to, not because anyone was watching. Today, I sometimes see social media reels of influencers distributing food or clothes to the poor, but always with cameras turned on. The act of kindness is shared, but so is the humiliation of the receiver. For giving is most dignified when only 2 people know it, the giver and the receiver. The second lesson is that if you choose to give the best. I still remember the days after the tsunami when I helped collecting donations through a club. We received 10 large sacks of relief material and I felt proud of the effort. But when we opened them, the pride crumbled. They were filled with torn clothes, broken slippers, cracked vessels, the discards of homes rather than gifts of the heart. Giving is not about clearing cupboards. If your hands extend to another, let them carry the best you own, the blanket you would choose for your own child, the food you yourself would eat. Anything less is not giving, it is disposal. The third lesson is that giving must be immediate. Delay is the enemy of generosity. The more we wait, the more our minds bargain. Why give so much? Why give at all? The Mahabharata tells the story of Karna that captures this truth. One day while eating, Karna was approached by a poor man seeking alms. Karna had a heap of gold coins beside him. Without a pause, he scooped a handful with his left hand and gave it away. The old man, surprised, gently reminded Karna that alms should not be offered with the left hand. Karna apologized but explained, "I was eating. Yes, But I feared that if I delayed even for a moment, my mind might change, or I might give less than I intended. That is why I gave at once using my left hand. Such was his urgency to give, as if the opportunity itself was sacred. When I see the acts like Selva Brindas, I recognize these three lessons again. A young mother who gave quietly, gave the best she had, and gave without delay. Science today tells us that generosity releases oxytocin, the love hormone that floods the giver with joy. But long before science measured it, human hearts knew it. The bliss of giving is not just an emotion, it is the only wealth that grows by sharing. Why hoard what must one day be left behind? To give is to live twice, once for oneself and once for the others.